In today's class, we are going to see subtraction. The heading is subtraction with zeros and ones. So first heading, subtraction with zero. So let's start the class. The first one is, number is 800. The next number is 354. So this is a 3-digit number. This is also 3-digit number. But subtraction with zero. This is the heading. So 100, tens and ones. So okay. So we are going to subtract with zeros. So first I've told you already, you have to concentrate only with what? First you have to concentrate, and otherwise you are focused with zeros. So now I'm going to subtract only the zeros. Okay. So the number is, this is 0, that is called as ones. Okay, ones. This is 0 and 4. Okay, you can't subtract with what? It is a normal subtraction. I am not doing the regrouping method. I am just doing only the normal subtraction. Okay, now let's start. So 0 minus 4. Okay, it is not enough to subtract. It's not enough to subtract 0 from 0 to 4. So we have to we have to borrow from tens. But here also 0. So what we are going to do? We have to borrow from hundreds. Okay, so we have to borrow from 100s. So this 800 becomes 700. So I have taken 100 means 10 ones. So I am going to take only 1 10 from here. So this 0 becomes 10. Okay, now I am going to borrow from tens. Okay, so now how many 10 is here? 10 tens. So I have to borrow only 1 10 from here. That is, this 0 become what? 10. That means 1. That means what is this? I'm just borrowing only 1 10. That means this is called as 10 ones. Okay, this is 1 10 means, you know that how many 10 ones, and 100 means, that means you know that 10 tens. Okay, so again I'll repeat the first. Okay, first I'm concentrating only the 0. So I'm focusing with 0. So 0 minus 4, you can't subtract. There is, because 0 once, it is not enough to subtract. So I'm going to borrow from 10. It is here also 0. So you can't subtract. So you have to borrow from hundreds. So I'm just borrowing from only 100 from this place. So this 800 becomes 700s. I'm just borrowing only 1. That means 100 means 10 tens. I'm just taking how many tens? Only 1 tens. So now this 0 become tens. Okay, that means 10 tens means that is 100. I am just borrowing only, what is this? 110. That is, this 0 become tens, and after that I am borrowing only 1. Okay, from this I am borrowing 110. That is what? 110 means what is this? What is this? 10 ones. Okay, again I'll repeat. 0 minus 4 is not practically possible to subtract here. So I am going to borrow from tens. So here also 0. So you can't subtract. You have to borrow from hundreds. So I am borrowing from only 1 from this place. That means 800 becomes what? 700. So I am just borrowing only 100 from this particular place. So now this tens place 0 becomes what? 10. That is 10 tens. 10 tens means you can get 100. So what I'm going to do, this particular tens place, I'm just borrowing only 110. So this what? Ones place 0 become tens. That means 10 ones is equal to what? 110. So now I'm going to subtract, because ones place number is greater than 4. So now this 0 become 10. So compared to 10 and 4, 10 is a greater number. You know that basically. So you have to always borrow from greater number to smaller number. So 10 minus 4, you know that generally what you're going to do, you have to do the backward counting. You start with 4. So after 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So how many numbers? 6 numbers. I have to write 6. So now that is, what is the number here? This 0 become 10. So I have to I have to start doing the backward counting again. So after 5, I have to say 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So how many fingers? 5 fingers. So I have to write 5 here. So now 0, that means ones is over and tens is over. Now I'm going to subtract the hundreds. So how many hundreds here? 7 hundreds. So 7 minus 3. So again you have to start doing the backward counting. After 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is the number? 4. So you have to write 4. The answer is 456. This is the right answer. First I concentrate only the ones place, then I'm concentrating the tens place, then finally I concentrate I'm doing the I've done the subtraction with 100 place. So the answer is 456. This is the right answer for the question. I just want to tell you, not 5 here. So I have to borrow 110. So that means this 10 becomes 9. So 9 minus 5, you can get 4. See, of the ones place first you have to concentrate. So this 0 become, because you have to borrow from what? Yeah, 10 tens here. So you have to borrow only 110 from this particular place. So this 0 become what? That is 10 ones is equal to 110. So this 0 become 10. So 10 minus 4, backward counting you have to do. So 10 minus 4, you can get 6. So you have to borrow from 110. So this 10 become what? This 10 become 9 tens. How many? This 10 is here. So I have to borrow only 110 from here. So if I take only 110, this 10 become 9 tens. So 9 minus 5, you can get what? 4. And you know, after that you have to do the backward counting. That is 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 is the answer. So as it is 7 minus 3, you can get 4. The answer is 446. This is the right answer for that question. So maybe it is difficult for you. You have to one more shortcut method. I'll tell you how to do the shortcut. See, the first number is 800. So you have to, 800 means what you're going to do? There is 800, you have to subtract with 1. You can get 799. Okay, next is 354. Again you have to subtract with 1. So 304 minus 1, what you will get? 353. So 800 minus 1, you can get 799. 354 minus 1, 353. So you have to subtract. It's very easy. 9 minus 3. Again you have to do the backward counting. That is after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 is coming here. You have to write 6. So 9 minus 5, you can get after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 is the answer. So 7 minus 3, what are you going to do? After 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again 446. So you can get this. Both answers are correct. I think so you understand the concept, subtraction with 0. So don't forget, this is very important. A lot of the sums is given like this. So I don't want to repeat again. You just go through the videos once again. So don't forget, this is 0, ones place 0 and tens place 0 mean you have to borrow from 100. If I borrow from only 100, this 8 becomes 700. So this tens place, what is the number? 0. This 0 become tens. That means 10 tens is equal to 100. So this 0 become 10. Again I have to borrow from what? I have to borrow from 110. So this ones place 0 become 10. This 10 becomes tens place 10 becomes what? 9. Okay, so again you have to subtract from 10 to 4. From 10 to 4 you have to subtract. You can get 6. 9 from 9 to 5 you can get 4. And this 7 minus 3 you can get 4. The answer is 446. The shortcut I've told you already. So 800 means you have to subtract with 1. You can get 799. 354 minus 1 you can get 353. Then normal subtraction, if you do means you can get this answer 446. This is the right answer for the question. Now we are going to do the subtraction with ones. So look at this, how we are going to do this. So this is this is ones and tens and hundreds. First you have to write the place value, then you have to write the numbers. 612, 612, 267, 267. Okay, anyhow this is what? First we have to concentrate only the what? Ones. So I just drop it because okay. Now look at this 0. So that means 0. That is 0 means, so you should not say 0. This ones place. Okay, ones and tens and 100. So 612 and 267. First we have to subtract, you have to start subtracting with ones. So ones place, what is the number? 2 and 7. So 2 and 7 is not practically possible to subtract, but this 2 is not enough to subtract because 2 is a smaller number and 7 is a greater number. So what you are going to do, you have to subtract from, you have to borrow from tens. So this one, from this one I have to subtract 1. So from this one I have to subtract 110. So what I'm going to do, this 2 becomes what? I have to borrow 110 because already 110 is here. So I have to borrow from 110 to 110. You can get what? This one becomes 0 and this 2 become what? 12, because 110 is equal to how many ones? I've told you 10 ones. So I have to borrow from only 110. Already 1 is here. So if I borrow only one from 110 to 110, so what will get? You can get what? 0. That means 1 minus 1, you can get 0. So that is what? From 110 to 110, this one becomes 0. So this 2 ones will become 12 ones because 10 ones is equal to 110. So I borrow only from this, I borrow only 110. So 10 plus 2, 12. Now this 2 becomes 12. So this 12 is a greater number. Now it is eligible to subtract. Okay. Now, but this is what? This is what? Now the tens place number is what? 0. So what I'm going to do, first I have to concentrate only the ones. So 12 minus 7. So what you're going to do? So you have to start counting after 7. That is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the answer is 5. Next, what I'm going to do this? So the number is 0 minus 6. 0 is not enough to subtract. So I have to borrow from 100 place. I have to borrow from 100. So this 6 become 500 and this what? 0 become 10. Because that is 100 is equal to 10 tens. So 10 minus 6. So what you're going to do, that is after 6 you have to start counting 7, 8, 9, 10. So the number is what? 4. Okay. Now the number is 5. So the how many? Now I'm going to subtract with 100 place value. What is the number in the top? 5. This is a greater number and 2 is a lesser number. So 5 minus 2. Again you have to do the backward counting. So after 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 3. So this is the right answer for the question. That is 345. So if you want to what? Verify the answer whether this answer is right or wrong. So you have to do the adding method. That is 345 is the answer. The second number, what is it? You have to take only the second number. You have to take only the second number. What is the number? 267. So you have to add together. You can get this question, that is what? 610. This is the question. If you get this question, your answer is right. So 5 plus 7. So 5 in the mind, 7 in the finger. After 5, what is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 and 12. So you have to put 2 here and 1 is go to the top. This is what? This is ones and this is tens. This is tens place and this is a 100 place. Okay. So 4 plus 1, 5 and 5 plus 6. So 5 plus 6 means 5 in the mind, 6 in the finger. After 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have to put 1. So the again carryovers go to the 100 place. So 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 2, 4 in the mind, 2 in the finger. After 4, 5 and 6. So 612 you can get this. So you can get the right answer. Okay. This is what I think. So you understand the subtraction with zeros and ones very clearly. Go through the videos once and twice. You can understand more easily.